new leadership that will represent local government over the next 5 years. This leadership is acutely aware of difficulties in service delivery. One of the key areas of delivery is transport. The complexity of service delivery in the way the Constitution has divided transport functions amongst the three spheres of government requires all of us to collaborate well in delivering transportation effectively and efficiently to our people. The Constitution enjoins both national and provincial government to assist municipalities with capacity skewed towards national roads. The National Roads Agency is responsible for 3% of the network, but receives 33.5% of the department's budget and 65.5% of the road transport program. The President of the Republic, in his State of the Nation address, highlighted the need for our people. Thank you, Honorable Chairman.
Thank you very much, Honorable Councillor De Vos. We will now call on Honorable Hunt to continue with the debate.
Thank you, Honorable Chairperson, Honorable Minister, Honorable Members. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. It's long that we haven't seen you.
Goeie goede skaatspoortgedde. First, as ordinary citizens, to take up your seat on the opposition benches. And secondly, I am indeed a doubting Thomas and a denialist when you refer to Minister Mbalula as a youth. Honourable, there is however one thing that you said that made me sit up. One, the select committee will hold the department accountable. That is commendable, and I will hold you to that as well, Honourable Dambo. But the second thing that you said is that the theft of rail infrastructure should be treason. I'm more than happy that we as legislators in the NCOP take hands across the aisle to do something about that. But I've got a novel idea that maybe you might buy into as well. Let us not stop there. What about we say the theft of public resources by those in positions of power should be treason? Those entrusted with upholding and protecting the Constitution, the country and the citizens we serve, should be dealt with even more severely when they transgress. But I suspect when it comes to that and you have to hold your colleagues accountable, you would not want to do that. On the department's website, it proudly proclaims transport, the heartbeat of economic growth and social development. If we do go with this aim, the department claims to be the heart of our economic life. If we look at the increased unemployment, the rise in the cost of living, the stagnant economy, it is clear that there is something wrong with this heart. The COVID pandemic made everybody, or most people, much more than I expected. We had medical experts. But for those that do not claim to know everything, the term code blue is a hospital emergency code used to describe the critical status of a patient. Hospital staff may call a code blue if a patient goes into cardiac arrest, that is, if the heart is not working, has respiratory issues, or experience any other medical emergencies. We are experiencing a medical emergency with our economic heart that is not pumping enough blood through our broken railway veins, our potholed, riddled veins, with our arteries being clogged by fat and by fat cats. The fat cats that's aligned with Minister Pierre, I'll use the word nothing. Let me give you a prediction. The country will form a code blue during the next election and get rid of you and your party. Because despite the dust that you are in fact Minister Fix for All. Thank you.
There's a bit quiet. Honorable Markhane, you may continue. Afrikaans is 'n lekker taal, Isa, as jy nie so in jou gesig inkom, dan is die laaste woord wat jy sê en ek moet daarna respond.
Yes.
Honorable Lucas, I'll take some of your time if you don't mind.
The budget policy work is occurring within the context of our economic growth and high unemployment. Because the issue of growth and the economic growth, reconstruction, and development plan in consultation with the social and labor network. A critical part of the economic reconstruction and recovery plan is infrastructure development. A critical part of infrastructure development is the restoration and development of transport infrastructure, as this will in turn positively support inclusive economy. David Chairperson. Whatever we are having a problem with your connectivity. So I think if you can hear me, you may continue. Okay, thanks, Honorable David Chairperson. In the State of the Nation addressed by the Honorable President Ramaphosa, spoke to 4 critical areas in the transport sector which require attention and will form part of the government programs to enhance the transport sector, and these are rehabilitate interest, using infrastructure fund to invest in transport, implementing the rural roads program, using labor-intensive methods to construct or upgrade 685 kilometers of rural roads over the next year, and introducing measures to curb the theft in the country's. Our focus, Honorable Deputy Chairperson, in this budget policy vote is on developing the transport sector as a key economic driver for ensuring economic development and growth. This is to enable jobs creation directly in the transport sector and indirectly through servicing other important sectors of the country, of the economy. This requires the development and maintenance of the infrastructure of the transport industry to serve the vast majority of the people in the country. The public transport has been if you can switch off the video, you might your audio might improve. So okay, you might continue by just yes. Okay. Honorable Deputy Chairperson, I was just saying that the public transport has been dominated in all provinces by buses, taxis, and rail. Most of the working class people utilize more than one mode of transport to utilize the same mode more than once to get to their work on time. Our people from working class communities spend much time traveling to and from work to the business of their family life. Students from working class communities also face a similar plight. This means that it is important that as part of the development of the public transport network that it is becoming integrated and efficient. Honorable Deputy Chairperson, part of the development of priorities for this financial year in terms of the medium-term strategic framework is safety as an enabler of service delivery and public transport that enables social emancipation and economy that works. This in turn is linked to the program of the Department of Transport in terms integrated transport planning, rail, transport, road transport, and public transport. All these programs directly and indirectly should impact on creating an integrated and efficient public transport sector in the provinces, which for commuters should be at the cheapest possible price. In terms of public transport by road, economics of scale is required for the cheapest cost to the commuters to become a reality. This will also enable less traffic on the roads, especially during peak hours. The taxi industry plays an important role in the public transport system as it transports the bulk of the commuters in most parts of the country. Taxi violence and protest is still a matter of concern, and issues which give rise such as protests need to find forums which enable the resolution of issues which give rise to conflict. Honorable Deputy Chairperson, the vast rapid transport system needs to be extended to more cities. In the 2020-2021 financial year, the grant was reduced from 13 cities to 10. It is important that the National and Provincial Department of Transport ensure that more cities are prepared to introduce the BRT system and improve public transport. Institutional capacity and capability requires to be developed in the different cities to ensure that the BRT programs can be extended. In the different cities, to ensure that the BRT programs can be extended, it cannot be that institutional capacity cannot be developed in the provinces to the extent of the program. This will enable more developed in the provinces for the extension of the programs. This will, Honorable Deputy Chairperson, this is a sign that the public transport system is moving in a high direction. Honorable Deputy Chairperson, a number of regulatory entities are being created by the department, and these entities play a critical role to ensure that functioning of the different components of the transport sector. It is critical that the economic regulator needs to create a comprehensive environment which ensures that costs in the transport sector are able to ensure the cheapest possible cost to the end user. The same must apply to the regulator, as this will ensure that state entities in the sector need to operate efficiently and be dependent on the market volume and habit rather than a reliance in the regulatory margins to meet their revenue requirement. Governance issues are important in all entities reporting to the department, and all board positions need to be filled. Senior enable financial control and accountability. The transport sector has regulatory authorities dealing with the safety such as the rail safety regulator and civil aviation authority. The country has an
It's Honorable Mama Khanino. Is she still on the platform? Can we just hear from the table? Do you still observe her? Because I don't want to continue, after that she might come back because she didn't hear us. It usually happens like that. But it seems as if she's not on the platform, as if the network have kicked her out. Let us continue and then request the Honorable Minister to conclude the debate. Honorable Minister, over to you.
Honorable the Minister. Thank you, Chairperson. The collapse of the... Let me first thank the members, honorable members, for their valuable input in terms of our budget. The collapse of the rail infrastructure is a well-known, well-stated reality, and it affects both passenger and freight and logistics. And our answer to that is the rail policy that we have just made public. The rail policy is going to intervene in terms of concessions, PSP, triple Ps, to ensure that we revive the branch lines in the country. It's a revolution that is coming, the rail policy. And at the same time, to ensure that when it comes to logistics, we are able to intervene to assist Transnet, among others, in collaboration with business. But we're opening up space for business also to come to the party. So that rail policy is a big intervention, and only one member spoke about it. Our capital program is not only targeting modernization in terms of passenger rail, but is also intended to sustain the current system until we decommission the aging trains within our system. So the point that was raised that we're just running one part without the other, it is incorrect. We are running a dialectical process which is interconnected and integrated. We deal with the current in order to decommission the aging trains within our system. The democratic government, we have invested in modernization of the passenger rail system with manufacturing capability having been developed. We have more than 90 new train sets that have now been manufactured at Gibela factory here in South Africa, in Eguruleni. And for some who have not seen this place, please come and see what we are doing there. It is marvelous. The blue train, which are named Istimela Sabantu, come from here in Mzansi, in Niger, by the democratic government. We are doing away with the yellow trains, and that is the manufacturing intervention program of the democratic state. The new PRASA trains that will run at 120 kilometers per hour are being deployed in different provinces as we speak. You go to KwaZulu-Natal, you'll find them Western Cape, and even in the new corridors here in Gauteng, you'll find them. Go to Mabopane, it's new train sets that you'll see there. Sandral will respond to you in relation to the cancellation or non-cancellation of contracts. I will be with them on Monday to explain in detail what sort of decision that have been taken. All I can tell you is that from the history of state capture, I will never support any corruption, even if it is coming in billions. I will never be put under pressure by corrupt people, even if they can have millions. What President Ramaphosa wants from me and the Deputy Minister is a proper accountability. And if the board is out of line, I won't hesitate to deal with them. They've got no right to stop any contract in this country. There's got to be cogent reasons why contracts have been stopped or they've not been processed. So there can never be an agenda to delay an infrastructure program of government. To that extent, this matter has been reported at PICC, which is chaired by the president. And this coming Sunday, I'm going to meet with Sputla Ramkhupa, who's the head of infrastructure, and Patricia Tilil to align our catalytic projects, but those that have been gazetted, so that there are no gaps in relation to the work that we need to do. But I've written to Sandral in relation to the projects, and on Friday we'll give you a comprehensive answer. Come with your pens and everything else to the media. But we'll also account to Parliament in relation to these projects. World over, consultants are utilized. Hence, the South African construction companies are now at global stage and working in other countries. The major projects that are paid under consultants include the following: oil pollution prevention, marine rescue coordinator center, accident and incident investigation, to SACA, and taxi scrapping administration. The modernization of driving licenses is on track with the introduction of the new cards in 2023. Once cabinet processes have been concluded, we'll move like that. We've got to go through cabinet. We're not running a banana republic. First thing, if there is corruption in this, you are going to blame it on cabinet. So cabinet must process all the important fundamental projects in this country through various departments without entrenching red tape in what we seek to do. The key aspect of the mobile driving license security and its verification by law enforcement agency is a key component even going to the future. SADC regional agreements that South Africa is signatory to require that driver's license must be in a position of a physical license. It is for this reason that South Africa, even when we introduce the digital mobile driving license, users will be issued with both digital and physical card for verification. We've got a bouquet of intervention. Smart LEUs that we're introducing. We've got the online. We've got what MEC Mamabulu was talking about. If you come here in Midrand, I'm speaking here from the podium of rail safety regulator from the boardroom. So I'm not speaking from a hotel. I'm speaking from the offices of our entity. So this is state capacity. I don't need to go to a hotel. So, and then I have a bandwidth, like all of the honorable members, bandwidth problems to basically speak to you. So I'm loud and clear from where I am. And I take the criticism. In certain things, we should have been far. And then it is indeed correct that we can do better to protect our network. One thing I will not do with the Deputy Minister is to lie to everybody. And as I conclude, I want to thank my team, the department officials, and I want to thank the MECs that I work with, because this is a concurrent function, and all the municipalities. And then who should I thank again? Deputy Minister, I did thank you. Okay, even my PA want me to thank her. But I want to thank everybody, the advisors and so on. We've got a long way to go in terms of our work. And I want to thank you, honorable members, for giving us an opportunity to explain ourselves. It is not the end of the day. We are always accountable. And I think some of you have raised a very critical and constructive suggestions, which we'll take into consideration as we move forward. The most important thing is not for us to argue with the perceptions. We must be seen to be doing exactly the opposite in relation to what the perception is, even if it is negative. Because we can't stand here and argue with perceptions that whether you fear nothing or you fear something, and all of that is up to you. History will absolve me. So I'm not here to argue with whether you are fearful of me or not. Thank you very much, Honorable Member. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Fikile Mbalula. Thank you very much also to the Deputy Minister, the MCs, as well as SALGA representatives that participated in the debate. We will now conclude the debate on transport and continue with the next debate. Let me just open mine. The next debate will be, the second order will be the policy debate on budget vote 32.
What? Interview of what?
From our own meeting.
No.
I'm calling you now.
No, don't leave them. We'll deal with them on Monday.
Okay.
Bye. What do you want?